Alright, so after watching back my Worship City confessional, this is an Appendix A. I thought I'd talk a little bit about mixing, because I don't know if it really made sense in what I was saying so much about having to completely move the faders for each one of the songs. And so if that made sense to you, then go ahead and press stop and you can go ahead and watch another video at some other Worship City confessional or somewhere else. But what I did, I wanted to talk, like I said, a little bit about what that meant in each different song, and how I mix, and how what sounds good to me sounds like. So, like I said, we had a ton of musicians this past week as far as keyboards, 3 different guitars, Matt led, I had 2 background vocals, you know, the bass and the drums and whatnot. And this past week, what, like I said, I was constantly fiddling for was to bring out prominent voicings. And so the way that I did it was that the acoustic guitar was kind of right in the middle of the mix. When they were blowing and going and full steam ahead and stuff was happening, you didn't hear the acoustic guitar. And that was the one thing I was able to leave at the same exact level. The acoustic guitar and the main vocals and the drums and the bass pretty much stayed consistent throughout the entire mix. I tweaked the bass a little bit on Wondrous Cross because it kind of rolls that whole song through and through. But it was the keys and the guitars, the electric guitars, kind of the lead instruments, and the background vocals that I constantly were moving up and down. And like I said, the background vocals, I'll start there first. I like background vocals as background vocals, and so they're beneath the main vocals, and constantly, you know, blending their voices. And I did that a whole lot, but also pushing them up. Alyssa gets it and is crazy in the way that she does it. I mean, she does some of these little vamp free things. My mom is was the other background singer today, this past weekend, and she kind of sings, you know, melody or harmony with the lead vocal on specific portions. And so they know how to sing the way that I like it to be sung. And so what I was doing is enhancing, bringing them to the front of the mix on certain sweet spots, and then, you know, bringing them back down again just below Matt's vocals. The guitars and the keys, it depended upon who was doing the lead, and not even on who was doing the lead. Sometimes, you know, like on "Oh Praise Him" or on some of these where the distorted guitar was really kind of coming forward, you know, that might have ridden a little bit up front as well. But depending upon what the key and the lead guitar was doing, those would be coming up or going back down. And really, like I said, whatever that special instrument or special riff was in the certain spot, if it needed to be brought forward so it kind of was brought above the rest of it, I was constantly moving those and tweaking those. And so, like I said, that's what I did this past week. And it was a great learning experience, and I plan on calling a couple of my buddies to see how they do it as well, and you know, if that sounds right, or if I was doing way more than I needed to be doing and there's a shortcut to all this kind of stuff. So anyways, that is Appendix A for the Worship City confessional for June 24th.